Alright, it's Saturday afternoon, kind of late. I have been a busy guy these last several weeks. I think today, I don't have much time to do nothing, but there's a few things on this old red car here that been needing doing. I think I'm going to do them after I clean off my workbench over there, that is. One is, let me go get a light. Alright, now maybe you can see. I done went and got a light. One is, there's a CB stuck between that seat. It's an old Radio Shack one that don't work anymore. And I've got that on the back. It's been there forever. I need to get rid of it. And then, over there's a wire been dangling under the dash. I ain't sure what it's for, but I don't need it to dangle under the dash. And you can see there, my dash cover thing and my jig has popped loose, so I need to reattach that. You also might notice it's cracked up there. So you just can't have nice things, but I'm gonna do those few little things. And I know some of y'all have never seen much about this car. Maybe I'll do a little walk around or something like that. I do need to get back after this cab. I need to do that, but I don't feel like it today. I might do it tomorrow. I've been sort of wondering if my lift would pick up this car. Oh, lift arm's too short. Guess I'm gonna have to fix that, ain't I? This is pretty annoying. You got a nice lift that works, but it won't pick up nothing because the lift arms won't reach the frame. It might pick up a unibody car, maybe. I don't know why, but I really love this car. I love that them twin snorkels. I just love this car. This is a second car I've had. I had a 71 before this, which was yellow. Way in the beginning of my channel, like one of the first videos, there is a little video of that car. It was I restored it. Let's see. Sorry for my sneakers squeaking, by the way. I restored it, I don't know how long ago. Maybe 15 years ago. Maybe a little more than that. Probably not. About 15 years ago. And I did it in my carport in the backyard, so it wasn't quite as nice as this car, but it's pretty nice. Anyway, I got it all done, was driving it to church one day. I know how long ago. Yeah, 15 years ago. I restored it. I was driving to church one day and was waiting to turn left into the parking lot, and some woman in a minivan wearing pajamas creamed it, totaled it, pushed the back end up in here. It was pretty bad. So I was pretty bummed out about that. I bought the wrecked one back from the insurance company after a big battle, and it sat out behind the garage there for a pretty good while until I found this one. This one is a 72, and the aficionado. Okay, this one is a 72, but as you can see, the aficionados, it's got 71 grills in it. I took all the pieces, the good parts off that 71 and put them on this. This car was a bit of a rust bucket. Not real bad, but the fenders had holes in the bottom of them and all down there where they bad to rust out, and the doors had holes, and the trunk was shot. So I welded in a new trunk. I put part of a quarter panel on the other side, I think. These doors are off the 71. Both fenders are off the 71. The 71 did not have that hood. I got that one when I built this car. The nose piece is off the 71. The engine, which I'll show you in a moment, it's a 400 with number 12 heads. It's got 10-in-1 compression, forged pistons. It's pretty good, pretty well built. It's got a 4-speed transmission, which is a Saginaw. It'll never hold up, but it has. It came out of an Astro van with a 4-cylinder. Believe that? I just had to change the input shaft. And I've run it however many years I've had it together, and it's been just fine. It has a 10-bolt posi that came out of the 71. It's got a 343 gear, I believe. And I'll show you the rest of it here in a moment. Let me get the hood open. I'll show you the inside too. The car is pretty dirty. I haven't cleaned it up real good in a pretty good while. I've got vintage air AC on it. When I bought this kit, there wasn't one available for a Firebird, only Camaro. So it took a fair amount of modifying to get it, especially inside the car, to get it to work. It's pretty. It's got headers on it. It's not real rowdy. It's got a Edelbrock Performer intake, because if you had a Performer RPM, you could never shut the hood. Running a Quadrajet carburetor. Just a factory radiator. This is left over from when I was trying to build my own methanol injection kit. That didn't work out the greatest. I need to get back after it. This engine has too much compression. To run it hard, wide open, you got to put race gas in it. It drives fine if you're not hammering on it, but when I took it to the drag strip, I did put race gas in it, and it liked it. Now, when I bought that 71, it was a basket case. I think I paid $600 for it, but it was not a rusty car. It was very solid, and it had a whole bunch of new stuff, new seat covers and carpet and headliner and all kinds of things. I put that in the yellow car, and of course I salvaged as much as I could put back in this. I did put a new console in this one. The other car, I did not have a console in it. And I bought a new steering wheel. It's a pretty nice car. Pretty nice car. I like it. The only thing I'd do different is I'd put an overdrive transmission in it. You know, you could make the argument it needs an LS, but the 400 is pretty fun. I like that nostalgia. You know, I'm kind of an old school guy. Look at that. I really need to do some cleaning. I did put a new trunk floor in it. The one that was in it was rusted out. It looks like it's rusty, but it's not. What it is the I let it sit outside a few times, and a little water went in that little hole right there. See there? And got some water in my trunk. I didn't notice it, and some of the stuff in the back got a little rusty, so it stained it. I need to clean that up too. But I really like this car. Alright, I'm going to quit carrying on about it and make a few of these repairs, and we'll see. I might take it for a little ride in a little bit. Let you know. If I do, I'll take you with me. Alright, I took that wire up. I don't know, it's so easy. I don't know why I've let it go this long. You know, sometimes that's the way things go. And then I fixed the dash where it was coming apart there. And I'm a little embarrassed about it, but I fixed it with zip ties and drilled a couple holes in it. But you know what? I glued it one time and that didn't hold up. Or my passenger, you know, Mrs. Heavy Chevy, evidently. The ghost just shut the trunk. Evidently hits that with her feet on the way out and keeps ripping it off. At least that's my story. And she isn't in here to defend herself. That bang was the tailgate shutting. I don't have the right springs. You know, it's got them long bars in there. I don't have the right ones for one with a spoiler for some reason. So if I get to bouncing my fat butt around inside the car, it makes tailgate shut. But that's just the way it is. It's alright. No big whoop. Alright, let me see what else I can fix here. Alright. I got that mess out of there. It's an old Radio Shack CB. I think I bought that in like 1993. I had it in my black Trans Am for some reason or another. I don't recollect what. Listen to the truckers, I guess. You know, that was back in the days before GPS on your phone, and you could get intel from the truckers about traffic jams and whatnot. Or, more importantly, when you're driving a black Trans Am at a high rate of speed, where the Smokies are. I think it didn't work because the fuse was blown. I just pulled that out and I don't see no filament. Of course, my eyes are getting bad and it's probably like a 3 amper. But I think that's its trouble. Bad fuse. Maybe I'll, you know, hang on to it. You never know what you might need someday. Another thing I need to do this car, which I am not going to do today, is I need to buff it and wax it real good. It's red. It's a single stage urethane Nason brand. And I think the car's been done, let's see, 8 years or so. 7 maybe. So it's kind of faded, and it's not really faded, but it is starting to. It could use a buffing and a good waxing. I'm gonna get down on the creeper and show you around underneath it a little bit. It has subframe connectors. The underside is pretty nice. It's a nice car, no doubt about it. Let me get the creeper and get down. All right, now we up under the car. It's got Gen 2 subframe connectors. They're welded in. They could have been bolted in. It has aluminum solid body mounts on it. Well, the header's kind of close to the lift there, ain't they? I have Hotchkiss springs in the front, Bilstein shocks. I boxed in the stock control arms. And this thing handles pretty good. It's got an 1.8" sway bar from a Trans Am. Look there, it's got cobwebs on it. I ain't drove it in so long. Check that out. I got that for a Got Milky 1. He'll know what I mean. It has a sway bar from a Trans Am on it. Got a little happy face on the differential. Not too many people see that. That piece right there was rusted out pretty good on this car. I had to make a new one. It turned out pretty good. Let me keep rolling here. I love them old ET wheels. Just makes it look good if you ask me. And then, as you can see there's no traction bars on it. When I had it at the drag strip, it had violent wheel hop. It was bad. The first time I turned it loose, I thought I broke it. But I need to get some slapper bars on it. And when I go next time, I don't know that I will put slicks on it. It didn't have much traction either, but I think if we start hooking, we might break that Saginaw transmission and maybe some other stuff. So that's a little rundown of the car. I'm going to take you for a ride in it as soon as I can talk somebody into going with me. It's hot. Everybody wants to sit around, you know, in the house. So that's kind of a overview of the car. If you go on Mrs. Heavy Chevy's channel, yes, she got a channel. There's a couple pretty cool videos she made about this car when I was building it. There's even a picture of me in the trunk when I was welding it together. Little Miss was just a little girl when I was building this thing. I did take it Tail of the Dragon 2016. Man, it seems like it was just the other day I did that. October 2016. You can go on that website. You can see pictures of me going around. They take pictures, you know. And there's a picture of a little man peeping up over the dash. Pretty cool picture. You can buy it. It costs like, I don't know, $10 or something. At the risk of the video getting a little too long, you know, I have 2 6-liter LS motors. One I ain't got here yet. And 2 4L80s. This thing would be pretty awesome. Twin turbo 6-speed, wouldn't it? But you know what? I'm kind of getting to be an old guy. I don't know if I need all that. This thing's pretty awesome the way it is. The only thing about it is it's not a highway car. It's geared a little too low. I think I need to put 308s, put 308 gears in it if I leave it like it is. Probably be better. It doesn't really need that 343. That Pontiac motor is pretty torquey. Now when we did the drag race, Got Milky One had a Monte Carlo with a 454. And I think that's got 308s. It might be 273s. But he just mashed her to the floor, leaving the line. It didn't spin, it just hook and go. And those two are pretty close. Now I was having to baby it a lot in first and second because it was spinning and wheel hopping. But I think it'd do all right with a 308 gear, and be better on the highway. So I don't know. Maybe I ought to just sell the darn thing. Give me something else. There, she just shut the door. We're gonna go for a ride. Alright, the little miss and I are out riding about. This car is so much fun. Sunset's not too spectacular tonight, but it is a good spot to come see it. What are they, lightning bugs or fireflies? Both. How can they be both? Well, if you get to feeling depressed, just think about this. God can make a bug's butt light up. Just think what he can do for you. Look, it had a couple of drippies, didn't it? It's got a posi. I spun them in reverse trying to come off that. Anyways, we're back. It got dark. It was a fun ride. I'm gonna ring the bell. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll try to get some more interesting content.